everyone, it's Heidi from HB Paper Crafts. Welcome to my Tuesday Night Live. Today is Tuesday, February 25th, 2020. As always, we're just going to take a few seconds to make sure I'm connected, and then I have a few updates to share with you while we give everyone a chance to find me in their news feeds. All right, here we go. Okay, so again, I just have a few things to share with you while I give everyone a chance to get on. Hi, Sue. I again wanted to mention that the March Paper Pumpkin Kit, Stampin' Up! Is celebrating 7 years of Paper Pumpkin. Excuse me. Excuse me, my goodness. So Stampin' Up! Is celebrating 7 years of Paper Pumpkin by throwing in an extra stamp set in all of the March kits. So if you want more information about Paper Pumpkin, just let me know. Email me, message me on Facebook. The deadline to sign up for the March kit is March 10th. Another update I have for you is the celebration. We have another item that has sold out. So the kerchief card kit in the celebration flyer has sold out. So as we've said before, these celebration items are while supplies last. So if you have anything left in the first release of celebration that you can't live without, you'll want to make sure you get those in fairly soon before more items start running out. The second release of celebration starts March 3rd. So there'll be some more, even more stuff to love in celebration. The other thing I want to mention is in March, I'm going to try something new. So I'm going to offer a new type of class in March. So it's going to be a class to go. So this is not a live class. I will prep, score, punch. You'll receive the class in the mail, and you do all the stamping, coloring, that sort of thing. So here's the class that I'm offering in March. This is using the Witticisms stamp set. Option 1 is $45 for the class, and you get all of the items that you need to make to create all these projects. Again, everything is going to be scored and cut and ready for you to assemble. You just have to stamp and color the items. There's a couple of cards and some 3D items in this class. So option 1 is $45, and you get the stamp set as well. Option 2 comes with all the supplies to make the items, but maybe you already have the stamp set, so it doesn't come with the stamp set. Option 2 is $25 with shipping. So again, it's going to include all of the items to create. Everything's going to be punched out for you. You do the stamping and the coloring. The option 1 and 2 also come with the video and a PDF tutorial so that you can create your projects in your own leisure. Option 3 is just the PDF. So maybe you just want the ideas for the projects, but you don't need all the supplies to create. You get the PDF and the video to create these projects for $10. So shipping on option 1 and 2 is $8, and they'll come in a priority mailer to your door. I also offer for locals porch pickup anytime to those who want to save on shipping, and you can do a porch pickup at my house if you're local. So this class is only, the mailable version of this class is only available to U.S. customers. I also just want to make sure I throw that out there. The cutoff to sign up and pay for the class is March 12th at midnight. I will then do all the prepping and have the class out to you on the 30th. Let's see here. I'm away on vacation sometime in there, so that'll give us some time for the stamps to come in so that I can get them out to you. Okay, so on to creating. Tonight I have this cute little box for you using the poppies. These are the Poppy Moments dies, and I'm going to be using a few of the dies out of this box. And actually just the dies. I'm not using the poppy stamps tonight. The stamp set that I'm going to use is the Label Me Bold stamp set, which just has all these little sayings in there, just in sort of a label fashion, some little background stamps as well. So we are going to recreate this project here. This is just an opening box. I used a little Velcro closure, and the box flips open, and these are the little coconut Raffaellos. Is that what they're called? I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce them, but they're a fan favorite in my household. You can grab these actually in a lot of different places, but I think these came from Walmart. They're just little coconut chocolates. So I saw a similar box to this from another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Angie Judah, but I changed up some dimensions to simplify it a little bit. Some of the other directions had like 7/8 or 3/16, so I wanted to simplify it and make it duplicatable a little bit easier. And I had these treats that required the box to be a little bit wider, and I wanted to use them. So I've also got tucked in here just a little gift card. So this would be a cute little graduation gift, little birthday gift, any type of little gifty for you. Okay, so I'm going to slide that out of the way. I also decided I'm going to switch up the colors a little bit. So this box I'm going to make with a little bit of different colors. The DSP that comes in the Poppy, oh goodness, the name of it. Peaceful Poppies Designer Series paper. It has all kinds of gorgeous designs of paper. So I'm going to switch up the DSP, therefore I switched up the colors on the box. So we're going to start with a piece of cardstock that measures 7 by 11. I'm going to take out my trusty scoreboard here. Now on the short side of the paper, we're going to score it at 1 1/4. And at 5 3/4. Then we're going to rotate, and on the long side, I'm going to score it at 2 1/2, at 3 3/4, at 6 1/4, at 7 1/2, and at 10. And that is it. I shouldn't say that's it. There's quite a few lines on there. Alright, so when I'm creating boxes, as I said before, I like to leave myself a template. So I've already cut this out of brown, just so you can see what it's going to look like when we're all done. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the 3 squares on one end. And when you're cutting a longer space like this, I like to use my longer scissors. It's easier for me to get the cut straight than using my snips. But you'll see when we get to the smaller pieces, I like to go to my snips. Those are my go-to. And all the snips are is just the precision scissors from Stampin' Up. Makes cutting these smaller things easier. And all we do is we're going to take a little bite out of those little square tabs in the center. This just helps when you go to put your box together. Things don't overlap and stick out on you. And we'll do the same to the other side. Hi, Denise. And this one. Okay, so there is our box there. So I'm going to go ahead with my bone folder, and I'm going to score. Nope, I already scored, but I'm going to burnish all of these lines. So we have nice, good folds on all of our lines here. Well, they're not always perfectly straight, trust me. Sometimes I get them a little wonky, as my mother would have said. Is it the black? The black is forgiving, right? Isn't that how it goes? Okay, so the glue is going to go on the tabs here. And we're going to glue to the back first, because I like the front of my box going towards the back. Just hides all those seams, makes them less noticeable. And the liquid glue, again, is really the best thing for putting boxes together. It stays nice and sturdy, and it gives you some wiggle room. So when you set it down, you can slide it around a little bit before it dries solidly. And then we're going to put a little bit of glue on these tabs. One on this side and fold it flat. And then we'll do the same over here. Like so. And there you have a pretty good sized box there. Alright, so I have just a little, let's see, where did I put it? There it is. I have just a little hook and loop tab. It's self-adhesive. I got these, oh gosh, I'm going to say probably Amazon or another stamp company. It's just a little tiny dot hook and loop or Velcro. And I'm going to put it right in the center of this little flap here. Both sides. And then I'm going to peel off the backing and I'm going to close the box. Straight, and I'm going to hook glue that down there. Okay, so there we go. Now we have our little Velcro enclosure. So now I could go ahead and stick in my little coconut chocolates. And 3 of these will fit in here. They're pretty good size. They're pretty wide, so that's why I decided to make the box just a little bit wider. Now they don't want to stand up, but there you go. And again, a little gift card could fit in there as well. Alright, so we'll set that aside. So I have a piece, again, of that really pretty DSP out of the, Poppy's set there. And I used the dies. There's a die in this set that cuts out, it's right here, that just cuts out this little window out of your cardstock. So I used this die just as sort of a background to glue my Poppy onto. So it's just going to go onto there. Before I do that though, I'm going to get a piece of my scrap paper. And I'm going to take my gray, this is the Smoky Slate Dark. And all I'm going to do is, as you see me do before with just a water pen, you can use your little blender pens. These will dry pretty clearly. And I'm just going to take the end of the cap and I'm going to flick the ink onto my piece of cardstock. So because it's an alcohol marker, it's actually going to dry really quickly. And you just get that little effect on the background of your piece of cardstock. All right, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue it down. Onto my rich raspberry background here. And then that piece can actually just go ahead and be adhered to the top of the box. Like that. So then I have some more pieces that I cut from that Poppy bundle, the dies. I have a rich raspberry flower, and then I have a blackberry bliss outer piece. So the frame to the flower. And I'm just going to hit that with a little bit of liquid glue in a couple of places. You could use your fine tip glue pen. I'm better with this Tombow thing than I am with the fine tip glue pen, and I'm not sure why, but that fine tip glue, I get it everywhere. And that's just going to get adhered onto there. And then also in that little kit is just a little center, which I cut out of black. We're going to glue that into the center of our flower. Hi, Debbie. Oop. You can see it went a little overboard, but that's going to dry clear. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I have some little leaves. Again, these also are in that die set, and I'm just going to glue those on to the back of my poppy. And this one. And a couple more here. Small fingers. All this warm New Hampshire weather is making me very excited that spring is coming. Melt down some of the snow. Okay, so I just built up the background with a couple of leaves there. And then I used our vellum cardstock and I cut out some of the larger leaves. On this one I used the smaller leaves that are in that set, but I decided I wanted them to stand out just a little bit more. So I cut them out of the bigger, with the bigger die that's in this set here. And I'm just going to glue those right behind the flower. You're not going to see them where we're gluing it. And that's going to go there and there, like that. Alright, so I'm going to put the glue away, and I'm going to get out some dimensionals. Now on this one, it's a good call to use the black dimensionals. I'm actually just going to cut a piece off the end here. I have these mini black dimensionals, which actually are nice on a darker project because the dimensional doesn't stick out, or isn't as noticeable when you're looking at it. All right, and I'm going to stick that right down there. All right, last but not least, I have a piece of Whisper White, just a scrap. And I'm going to get out my black ink. Now, like I said, I use these. Hi, Sandy. I use the Label Me Bold stamp set here. And this time I'm going to punch out, I'm going to stamp just a thank you. I used For You on the first one. I'm going to use thank you on this one. And I think it pays to make sure you get it good and inked and keep looking at the bottom because these are solid stamps. Just like that. And because they're straight, they're really easy to just fussy cut out, which is what I did on my little For You here. I love the Rich Razzleberry and the Blackberry Bliss together. Can't decide which one I like more because I do like the poppy in the red as well, but I do love this purple color. Okay, so this one is just going to get glued right onto the top of the flower. So if you were going to recreate this box, I did not do this, but you could also cut yourself a piece of the designer series paper. And I don't know if I told you guys the dimensions. There we have it. So the designer series paper is actually 2 1/4 by 4 1/4, and the piece of Whisper White is 2 by 4. So if you were going to give this away as a gift, you know, like I said, for a graduation, for somebody's birthday, you could actually cut yourself another piece of Whisper White that's 2 1/4 by 4 1/4, and you could use the front of your box to do your sentiment and give it away like a card. You could write your sentiment in there and sign it. So the front of the box in here would actually be a great place for that information. But there you have it. It's this cute little box that folds over onto itself. Which color do you think you like best? I don't know, I'm torn. I like them both, but I do love this purple. Anyway, there's lots of great designer series papers in that set. You can make all kinds of different colors with this, all kinds of different combinations. Do I? I make them look easy. They're fun. I love 3D stuff. I think it's great. Great little giveaway stuff too. I really enjoy it. So thank you, ladies. Thanks for coming out and for hanging out with me and enjoying these projects. I hope you try it out and you make these boxes as well. I hope you have a great evening. Happy stamping, everyone. Bye-bye.